Greetings, Exile. When Dawn of the Hunt launched, like many of you, I was incredibly excited to dive in. And like many of you, I was also left pretty disappointed after actually playing it. League Start ended up being a rather miserable experience. I started off as a huntress, wanting to try a new class that seemed bleed-focused on paper. But after about 2 hours of gameplay, it just didn't feel right. The damage felt low, combos were tedious, and the whole engage-disengage playstyle just wasn't for me. I'd much rather grab a big bonk stick, smash enemies in the face, and face tank whatever comes at me. So, once again, I re-rolled into a warrior. But even that didn't quite scratch the itch, as I really wanted to play a proper bleed build. Frustrated, I decided to take a day off and cool down. During that break, I learned about a somewhat broken interaction between Rake and Stomping Ground. And since I was desperate to play something bleed-related for the first time ever, I gave in and went with a somewhat meta combo to cheese my way through the campaign. And honestly, it worked. The leveling was smooth and easy with this combo, as it had tons of damage, at least during the campaign. But that success was short-lived. As soon as I hit endgame and ran into rares with Energy Shield, things fell apart fast. Back then, you couldn't even apply bleed to enemies with Energy Shield, and every fight turned into a 10-minute slog. Although this specific interaction has been changed in the latest patch, at that time, it marked the end of my build. So after failing 3 builds in a row, I fell straight into despair. I genuinely felt like quitting, but I decided to give it one last shot. This time, more determined than ever, I rolled a fresh character in SSF and set out to fix the major flaws from my previous attempts. The first thing I tackled was figuring out how to reach 100% bleed chance with at least one skill as early as possible. I did this by rushing straight to the bloodletting notable and grabbing all the adjacent exposed wounds nodes. This gave me guaranteed bleed chance for Bone Shatter once I linked it with Lacerate support. And the timing couldn't have been better, because right around then, we get access to Herald of Blood, giving us a persistent buff and those super satisfying blood explosions. Bone Shatter's Shockwave also spreads bleed in an AoE, further enhancing our clear. So the build really comes online as early as level 15, and it only gets better from there. I also addressed a bunch of the issues I faced with my earlier warrior builds. I minimized the use of Mace Strike by replacing it with Shield Charge to prime enemies for stuns. I'm also using Rolling Slam supported by Bloodlust and Brink, which lets me prime targets for stun without heavily stunning or instantly killing them, making it super easy to follow up with Bone Shatter for massive AoE clears. Instead of spears, I chose maces as my main weapon, as they have much higher base damage and scale better with most of our key skills, resulting in much stronger bleed inflictions. Especially with Hammer of the Gods, which in my opinion is the best bleed skill out there, as it has insane scaling and can one-shot most enemies, as long as they're heavy stunned. As for our Ascendancy, we've chosen Titan, and it's a perfect match. Most bleed damage scales with bleed or ailment magnitude, and the Hulking Form Ascendancy node grants 50% increased effect of all small passive nodes. This is a huge advantage. Those 10% bleed magnitude nodes become 15%. Bleed chance jumps from 5% to 7%, and overall, we gain a significant boost to both damage and stun buildup, just from our passive tree. This build scales both bleed and stun, and the new Bloodhound's mark has incredible synergy with both. It lets our bleed damage contribute to heavy stun buildup, stacking with our existing stun effects. Since it also scales with increased stun buildup, we can generate glory very quickly by heavily stunning targets, just in time to bring down that massive hammer and obliterate everything in our path. It's the perfect fusion of my obsession with bleed and the sacred art of bonking, bringing my wildest fantasy to life. Hence, I name thee Sir Bonks a Lot IV. The build is still a work in progress. I'm only level 86 right now and haven't spent much currency on upgrades. In fact, the most expensive item I've bought so far is my weapon for 2 exalts. So there's still plenty of room to optimize both the damage and defenses. If you're interested in trying out the build, you can check out the full guide on Mobalytics, links in the description. You'll find everything there: the skill tree, gear, gem setups, and some leveling tips. I'll do my best to keep it updated regularly. But just to give you a sense of how to dish out maximum damage, here's a quick overview of the rotation. Start by applying Bloodhound's Mark to your target, then close the gap with Shield Charge at point-blank range. Use Mace Strike to build up rage, alternating between Shield Charge and Mace Strike until the enemy becomes primed for a heavy stun. Once they're ready, smack them with Bone Shatter to trigger the stun. Follow up immediately with Seismic Cry, and then drop Hammer of the Gods. While the hammer is falling, use Rolling Slam to create jagged ground beneath the enemy. As soon as they start bleeding, charge in again with Shield Charge supported by Rupture to aggravate the bleed for massive burst damage. It'll be a little while before the next full video update, since I need to test a lot more things and figure out the best ways to push both damage and defense further. But to keep things interesting, and to satisfy those of you who keep asking to hear my real voice, I'm leaving you with a clip of my trial master fight for the 4th Ascendancy point. It's a great showcase of what this build can already do on a low budget.
Pausing is disabled. Fuck me. Oh, fuck. What the fuck is this?
Farcical. Still. Unamusing. Chaos, aid me!
Let's see.
More than that.
I have the damage actually.
Ultimatum.
Okay.
Farcical. Ultimatum.
Okay. There. Oh, fuck.
Still farcical. Chaos, aid me. Feel his power. Ultimatum.
Where? Oh, fuck. I'm surrounded. Here we go.
You need more than that. Farcical.
Come on.
Farcical. Ultimatum.
This is good single target, bro. Like, but the problem is my weapon is pretty shitty.
Farcical. Search of chaos. Chaos, aid me.
Come on.
Tear.
What the fuck do you mean by rip and tear? What the fuck?
Obliterated.
Okay, okay, okay.
Feel his power. Chaos, aid me.
Nice.
Animals. Embrace chaos. Embrace chaos.
No, no, no.
Surge of chaos. Chaos, aid me.
Oh fuck, fuck.
Entropy.
Okay, okay, okay. Dude. Oh fuck!
Chaos, aid me. Farcical.
You bitch, you are dead.
Ultimatum.
No! Oh fuck!
Service is finally over.
That was close!
And my service continues.
If you enjoy our content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and maybe even ring that notification bell to stay up to date with our latest builds and updates. As always, thanks for watching Exile.